Doing a one-off message today. We're titling it Moving Forward. I don't know, if you're like me and you look at the state of the church in the world, sometimes it can disturb you. You ever think about that? I mean, you just look at what's going on with the church all over the globe, and sometimes you see some real hotbed of Holy Spirit activity, hotbed of growth, and other times you see decline and it seems like decay. I spent years ministering in Europe where the church literally had declined so much. I remember when we moved to Amsterdam, the church was about 3%. Church attendance was about 3% in the city of Amsterdam. And there have been these dark times in church history. G.K. Chesterton passed away, but he was a writer, an author, and a bit of an apologist for the church. And he said that there have been at least 5 times in church history that the church has looked like it's going to the dogs, but the dogs have always died. And one of those times was right after the fall of the Roman Empire. I mean, after the fall of the Roman Empire, I don't know if you knew this, but it was the peace of Rome and the expansive Roman Empire that allowed the gospel to go forth and for people to travel. And as they shared the gospel and shared their lives, the gospel went forward. But when the European continent fell, when the Roman Empire fell, it was taken over by the Franks, the Goths, the Visigoths, the Gauls, and they became a tribal state, a tribal continent, as it were. And the church grieved the loss of their vision of the kingdom of God coming and taking hold in the European nations. And something happened slowly around that time in the British Isles. There were these missionaries that God started to raise up, first with Patrick in Ireland. And then these Celtic missionaries slowly moved their way over to the continent. And these Celtic monks would slowly evangelize over the next about 300 years, from 600, late 5 to 800s. They saw this gospel movement as the gospel went forward in Europe. And these Celtic monks were fascinating. They had these amazing little practices. They had 2 central practices. One of them was this thing they called the cell. And the cell was this little hut that they would build. Some were thatch roof, some were stone, and in this little hut, they would go in and do business with God.